The world is holding its breath. Russian President Vladimir Putin has dramatically changed Russia's nuclear policy. He has lowered the bar for when nuclear weapons might be used. This comes as tensions between Russia and the West are at a boiling point over Ukraine. Putin's new doctrine broadens the scenarios for nuclear use. This development has sent shockwaves across the globe. It signals a bolder, more dangerous approach to nuclear weapons. The timing is impossible to ignore. It comes shortly after the US agreed to supply Ukraine with long-range missiles. This suggests a direct link between the US decision and Putin's escalation. The revised doctrine is clear. Russia could use nuclear weapons in response to a conventional attack. This loose definition of threats increases the risk of nuclear war. It injects a dangerous level of uncertainty into any potential conflict. The world is now grappling with the implications of Putin's gamble. Experts are scrambling to decipher his intentions. The fear is palpable. A miscalculation could have unthinkable consequences for humanity. Why this sudden shift in Russia's nuclear posture? Many believe it's a direct reaction to Ukraine's growing military might. Specifically, the recent delivery of long-range missiles from the United States has unnerved the Kremlin. These missiles give Ukraine the ability to strike deep inside Russia, a development that has clearly rattled Putin. Putin's spokesman, Dmitry Peskov, confirmed Russia's stance. He emphasized Russia's right to deploy nuclear weapons against any attack deemed a critical threat. The message was chillingly clear. Russia is prepared to escalate the conflict to an unimaginable level if it feels its interests in Ukraine are in jeopardy. The timing of this announcement, coming mere days after the US decision on missiles, is far from coincidental. It's a deliberate show of force, a warning shot aimed at Washington and its allies. The message is blunt. Russia will stop at nothing to safeguard what it perceives as its vital interests. The world watches with bated breath. The stakes have never been higher. The spectre of nuclear war, once relegated to the realm of Cold War paranoia, has returned to haunt humanity. The implications of Russia's revised nuclear doctrine are far-reaching and deeply unsettling. By lowering the threshold for nuclear weapon use, Putin has introduced a dangerous element of unpredictability into an already volatile situation. The world is now a far more dangerous place. The doctrine's vague language about critical threats is particularly worrisome. This ambiguity raises concerns about miscalculation and the potential for rapid escalation. Even a minor incident, a miscommunication, a misunderstanding could spiral out of control if either side misinterprets the other's actions. Adding to the anxiety is the doctrine's explicit mention of targeting countries that support a nuclear power attacking Russia. This provision is widely seen as a veiled threat against NATO members providing military aid to Ukraine. The fear is that the conflict could quickly draw in other nations, turning a regional conflict into a global catastrophe. The world is on edge. The threat of nuclear war, once a distant nightmare, feels all too real. The international community is desperately seeking ways to diffuse the tension, to find a path to dialogue and de-escalation before it's too late. Section 4. Inside Putin's mind, a calculated gamble. Putin's decision to lower the nuclear threshold is a high-stakes gamble, a calculated move designed to achieve multiple objectives. First and foremost, it's a clear attempt to deter the West from providing further military support to Ukraine, particularly long-range weapon systems. He wants to cripple Ukraine's ability to defend itself. Second, it's a tactic aimed at sowing fear and division among Western allies, weakening their resolve to continue supporting Ukraine's resistance. The spectre of nuclear war is a powerful weapon in Putin's arsenal, one he's using to try to fracture the Western alliance and isolate Ukraine. Finally, this move plays to Putin's domestic audience. By projecting an image of strength and resoluteness in the face of what he portrays as Western aggression, he aims to rally support for the war effort at home and silence any dissent. He wants to appear strong and in control. The world sees through Putin's tactics, but that doesn't make them any less dangerous. His willingness to risk nuclear annihilation to achieve his goals is a sobering reminder of the fragility of peace and the ever-present threat of nuclear war. Diplomacy in a time of peril. The international community condemns Russia's revised nuclear doctrine, expressing profound concern. Lowering the threshold for nuclear weapon use increases the risk of catastrophic conflict. The lack of clear communication channels between Russia and the West adds to the concern. This exacerbates the dangers of misinterpretations, making the situation more perilous. Open lines of communication are crucial. The crisis underscores the urgent need for diplomacy and dialogue. Every effort must be made to reduce tensions and find a peaceful resolution. The world must unite to prevent a catastrophe with unimaginable consequences.